Hi guys. Growing up, I never had a dog of my own. Now there were lots of dogs in the neighborhood, but I never really got to form a bond by having your very own dog. There were 7 other siblings in my family, and it probably wasn't realistic in my mom and dad's minds to have a pet. Which is also probably the catalyst for my current situation of having more than 60 animals in my backyard. But I digress. We now have 5 dogs, 3 of which are shelter dogs. Today's video is about one of those dogs and a very important job, a role that she assumed literally the day she arrived. This is her story. Lily came to us in November of 2017. We weren't looking for another dog, but oftentimes that's when it happens. We walked into a local store and noticed an adoption event taking place. At that point, knowing who we are, we both assumed we would be leaving with another mouth to feed. While walking past dozens of pups, Les spotted Lily in the corner. She was lying down and mostly avoiding any potential adopters. We walked over to her and she barely glanced at us. A border collie mix, approximately 6 to 8 months old. I had my reservations, knowing that border collies are high energy and crave a life of work. But Les saw something in Lily that, even while she was pretending to ignore us, she was secretly, desperately looking for love and companionship. We completed the necessary paperwork and was home within the hour. Now, while Lily was reserved with us, she fell right in step with the dogs. They loved her instantly. And while it is fairly normal for dogs to live well with one another, what happened next wasn't so normal. Snowball, our pot-bellied pig, was exploring one day and managed to get her foot stuck in a fence. We were able to free her foot, but it cracked the hoof, which is the equivalent to ripping a nail from your hand or foot. She was in terrible pain, and for days would not even attempt to stand. Lily stayed by her side, morning and night, sleeping in her stall as if to protect and comfort her. Once Snowball began to heal, the two became the best of friends. The following spring was a busy kidding season for us. 11 babies in less than 2 weeks. Now there's a lot of work that comes with kidding. Caring for the mothers who are just exhausted and watching over the kids to make sure they are eating from mama and thriving. At one particular birthing, we were just overwhelmed. The kids were coming so fast that we couldn't get them cleaned fast enough. Lily jumped right into action, licking and cleaning these babies, offering them the necessary stimulation that is so important in those first few hours. Just like with Snowball, she made her bed in the birthing stall and stayed with mama and babies until morning. Her instincts were no different with people. My daughter gave birth to a beautiful little girl, and from the moment she and Lily met, their friendship was etched in their hearts. She stays right with her even while she sleeps and keeps watch. She forms a wall with her body when Natalie is around other animals that may not be as friendly. And when Natalie isn't here visiting, they FaceTime almost daily. This past spring, when bringing home an underweight hen named Miss Beetle, Lily was the first to notice that she was blind. She introduced herself by gently licking her feathers and staying close by. This is the first friend this chicken had ever had. Lily wanted her to feel safe. Eventually, with some adjustments, the hen was able to eat and put on weight, and she lays eggs every day. And every day Lily makes a trip out to the coop to say hello. Almost every day I notice something new and incredible about this dog who was dropped off at a shelter with an uncertain fate. And every day she shows us how incredibly grateful she is for this life that she's living. For years we have been told that dogs are incapable of thinking or reasoning. And honestly, I've met a few that maybe that applies to, but not to Lily. When her instincts kick in, we simply step back and let her work. The only negative thing I can say is that in 3 years, we have yet to find a way to contain her. She can scale any size fence with ease, yet she never leaves the property unless we are with her. She loves her life, her family of animals and humans. And we love her back. We were sent to her just as she was sent to us. And for that, we are eternally grateful. So maybe you are looking for a companion, whether it be a dog, a cat, a pig, or a horse, almost any animal. I urge you to please look at your local animal shelters first. Oftentimes, these animals are thrown away and never get a second chance. You may just be surprised at what you find locked behind these cages. Who knows? You may just find your very own Lily. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe. Click the bell to receive notifications. And as always, we wish for you good health, happiness, and adventure. See you next time.